Now when I was growing up, we made snacks quite often because we had to pack them for school lunches, and granola bars was a top tier snack in our house. You start out with some butter and we need to melt that with marshmallows, and I'm using homemade marshmallows, but store-bought work just fine as well. You want to melt this over low heat until everything is smooth. Now while that stuff is slowly melting together, we're going to take a big bowl and we're going to mix together a lot of good stuff. We're going to start off with some quick oats, and I'm also only making half a batch of what's in the recipe. And we'll also add Rice Krispies. We're going to add some shredded coconut, and you can leave any of this stuff out except for the oats and the Rice Krispies. Then we're adding some M&Ms, and apparently I got the mini M&Ms, which will probably just make it better. We also add chocolate chips. We're going to add some raisins. You can also use crushed pretzels instead, which I prefer over raisins, but I didn't have any pretzels on hand. And then you need crushed graham crackers, and I'm just using homemade ones. Now as soon as your marshmallows and butter are melted together, we're going to start adding stuff to that. We're going to add peanut butter first. Then we're going to add some cooking oil. I'm using avocado. And last, we're going to add some honey. Then just stir all of that stuff in there until it's all smooth and mixed in. And I'm also going to use a spoon and mix this stuff together. And we're going to dump our melted marshmallow mixture over that stuff. And I'm just going to take those 2 spoons and mix it all together. Now this stuff will probably seem pretty dry, and if you use store-bought marshmallows, it will also be a lot thicker because those marshmallows are a little bit different when you melt them. Then if you make a full batch, you're going to take a big cookie sheet. If you make a half batch, just get a half cookie sheet, and we're going to put that stuff in there. And you might want to grease your cookie sheet. I'm not doing it for this because the homemade marshmallows aren't as sticky. Then just flatten everything out. Now once you have these all packed into your pan, I would highly recommend cutting them before you let them cool off, because once they're cool off, they are very hard to cut. And we just let them cool off completely before eating them. Our granola bars are cold, and today is April Fool's Day. I know a lot of people like to fool you, but I'm going to give you guys a discount code instead that you can use to get my cookbook. So if you use the code APRILFOOLS, you can get a 20% discount on my website to get my cookbook with 150 plus recipes in it. Let's take a bite and make sure these are good. That mixture of everything just mixed together with the marshmallows is so good. Whenever we made these at home, we had to hide them if we wanted to use them for school lunches or whatever, because if we didn't, the kids would just sneak into the pantry and eat them all up. So if you guys want to try this recipe for yourself, you can get the cookbook on sale today with 150 plus recipes, a 20% discount if you use the code APRILFOOLS. And my website is socialsbylavina.com. There is no other website or platform with my cookbook on it. And you can just type that website into your browser, or you can click the link in my profile or in the caption. All of those options will take you to my website. Enjoy!